That makes me happy.
You ready to be funny?
No.
Well, it's time. On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast,
dinosaurs are back!
And we want a list of things to have for gifts. So boring.
I've got a list.
You, yeah?
Have you been checking it twice?
This is going really
I know,
Say something,
naughty.
Dwayne. Say something, Dwayne. Say
Nico took my header. All that plus that.
all that plus that sucks.
Hold on. All that.
It's ruined. It's ruined.
Go. We can edit this. That's fine. All that plus Zach insists on showing us his gift list.
I know you're just saying it strangely, but you don't like the way you say it.
Totally not editing that beat.
You pulled that one out. That's cool.
Totally not editing it.
Were you gonna say dinosaurs are back?
Yeah. That's all we had to talk about besides gifts.
It was like, I gotta say something on Jurassic World because
this is what happens when.
could have went off with like Star Wars.
Well, and you know what's ridiculous is had I like written the thing out, you would have changed it anyway.
Yes, I know.
Well, he would have said it, and then he would have added something else.
You need the inspiration to get the good stuff.
He needs the inspiration of how badly you write headers to go
exactly right. That's what it is. Okay, I guess
That one tastes like Robitussin.
what tastes like Robitussin?
The Robitussin flavored Skittles.
Yum.
It's
can't go for that, but are there any Pepto-Bismol?
I believe that's called Pepto-Bismol tablets.
Or as my dad would say, Pepto-Bismol.
Can I have a pack of Skittles Tropical, please? No, sorry, kid. All we got is Skittle Gold medicine. All right.
They should sell them.
It's Robotastic.
Taste the rainbow.
Oh.
It's the rainbow of cough medicines.
Exactly.
That could be an
And yet I'm
interesting
still
night.
eating them. I don't care.
She's totally eating them. That's all that matters.
Cough medicine, great.
Student fed red.
Okay, it's the Culture Smash Cast, episode 341, or I'm going to look at the
26.
Yeah,
November the 26th. We've already started our Thanksgiving vacation. It's a little early, so.
Exactly.
Really good.
It's the night before Thanksgiving, and all I can think about is eating food. But my sister's cooking, so I'm trying not to think about it. So anyway, to the right.
Squall's contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Right hand.
Wait, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
To the left.
Mike, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
And I'm my editor of CultureSmash.tv. Editor. Yeah, I feel like really bad saying that, like I've seen it a lot. And on the sofa.
Look! My Skittle!
If you're
My
not
Skittle
getting
has
your video,
Her
you're-
skill.
my Skittle has my eye patch and a mustache.
So for our audience, someone's finally learned how to use the little animations to go with your faces in the land.
And it's pretty awesome.
It's going to be a long night, everybody.
It's gonna be great. Catherine Holder, connoisseur of Robitussin flavored Skittles.
Nice. And, okay, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I am the samurai cop.
Look at your hair. What's up with that?
What's?
You were a hat.
Yes, I wore a. Where is it? I wore this cap. I'm just gonna put it.
Yes, I wore. You don't even wear like a notable hat. You just wear your hat. But I've got to.
My car does not have air conditioning.
But you need air conditioning so badly right now.
It's cold out.
It's not warm outside. That's true.
Well, it was this morning, but I don't know.
Not really.
But as who am I? I'm Zach Martin, also a samurai cop and contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Who are those things lies?
Exactly. As is most things he says, 2 out of 3 are usually lies. It's pretty consistent across the board. So if you're following the website right now, we are daily releasing our top 5 holiday gifts for the year. Last year we called it the giving and getting list. It just seemed a little too aggressive, even though most things on my list are not for giving, they're for me to have, and I want them all. And we're each going to talk about the items from our list tonight.
I actually have 2 of the 5 on mine already.
Oh, well, then you were actually sharing.
That's a weird gift list.
What's that?
I have set up a Kickstarter fund in my name to for people to contribute to get me the gifts that I want.
That's a good idea. That's a
What's
good
it up
idea.
to?
Let's not talk about it.
Tell us, what are some of the stretch goals?
There's a zero in it.
Is there a number other than 0 in it?
Were the items on our list supposed to be stuff we wanted?
They're
Oh,
just
not
general
necessarily.
guides.
Those are good. It's good
Okay,
Even
gifts.
things-
everybody's saying this is stuff I want.
Well, I mean, in my case, it was stuff that that I wouldn't mind having.
Mostly things that I give to people.
I wouldn't mind duplicates of the things that are on my list.
I guess it depends on who I'm getting for, because you have those people in your life that you know how to shop for them, even though it's stuff that you wouldn't touch.
See, I've always thought the purpose of giving a gift is, it's the idea of treat others how you want to be treated. So I show them the gifts that I would like them to give me.
And
Yeah.
if they really don't like it, then sometimes a month or two goes by, you can just kind of take it.
Or if you have the
Just-
right family member or friend, you know that down the line they will re-gift it back to you.
That's
so
right.
you just wait for it to come back.
Get in on that Dirty Santa game for next
Exactly.
year.
Exactly.
Everything's going to be okay.
Exactly.
That's how you play Dirty Santa, though. Dirty Santa's different. Dirty Santa, you specifically get something that you want.
No,
yeah,
but what I'm
Dirty
saying
Santa,
is you get the
and-
gifts recycled into Dirty Santa games a lot.
Yeah, because there's Dirty Santa and there's White Elephant, and there's two different. Those are two.
Those are the same game.
No,
They are, well, I think people confuse them all.
because one of
They're
the
different in spirit.
one is you actually buy things that are decent and worth fighting over, and the other one is like horrible things that are laying around your house.
Here's a pair of edible underwear.
And it
They were half eaten.
Oh,
it really just depends on how well you like it.
Mwah! Good night, everyone.
my favorite Dirty Santa, whichever one it is one of those. We all buy gifts, and at the end of the game, the vegetarian ended up with a tub of lard.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And see, it's one of those things, because if you buy, there's actually an art to Dirty Santa. Because if you buy something just to be funny, and it's really funny, but nobody fights over it, it's kind of not as much
The
fun
joke,
game.
the joke lots.
Yeah. But if you can buy something that's funny and both coveted,
Yes.
then you've really successfully purchased
That's
it.
why you always should bring some booze.
It was like the
It
party.
worked last year.
It did work.
Booze is
At our
usually-
game, it did work last year, but whoever got it didn't matter because we cracked it open.
Yeah, booze
All the
isn't
strength.
really a funny gift,
That was
but it's
good
always a
booze.
safe
What
bet.
was it?
It was
some kind of
peppermint vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
You
really...
got it.
Remember one year
Yeah.
we did have the Christmas party at your place where my girlfriend brought a Spice Girls doll, and that went like crazy.
Dang it!
Okay.
I wasn't there that year.
It was like
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Okay, you guys keep talking about this, and I will pull up a picture. I don't know. I shouldn't know if I should show
It is
that.
as you're growing up, Nico.
It's on my. It's on my
Talking about
Facebook.
edible underwear,
I didn't say that. That was
Christmas card for
Steven.
last year.
but you didn't shy away from talking about it.
I didn't even mention it at all.
Yeah, it was actually Dwayne that mentioned it, and I just riffed on that. That's what.
You didn't rip on it at all.
No,
No, he didn't.
I didn't like shudder
I
or
think
anything.
it's just
but-
wishful thinking.
Yeah. Well. Before we get into the holiday gift guide, do we want to talk about the trailer of the week?
I think we have a couple things that we should at least mention.
The trailer of the
Yeah.
week that's not the trailer that's coming out later in the week.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah,
So
that's-
first thing we'll talk about is the Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World teaser trailer.
I don't even get that. Why did they rebrand the park?
What do you mean?
Like, why is it Jurassic World and not Jurassic Park?
It would have made more sense if it
Because-
was Jurassic Land at first. and
Because of
then-
all the people that died,
Yeah, because that's such a
Jurassic
big
Park.
name difference.
so they figured, they figured we'll make a clear demarcation. This is not Jurassic Park. This is Jurassic
Oh,
World.
wait, because I was just
Wait,
thinking,
it's
like,
the same
not
movie
only,
franchise?
hold on, not only is this the fourth iteration of this park, but if you harken back to its predecessor, Westworld and Future World, this is 6 times they've tried that. But there's the connection. Jurassic World is part of the Westworld series.
Oh my god.
This
So,
mind blown.
so is
There's
the
gray matter on the wall back here.
so is
This
the
amazing.
so to get into spoiler of the trailer, the genetically modified
Yeah.
dinosaur
Is
in the
your
movie.
old Brett.
Yeah, great.
That's
All right.
great.
That would be spectacular if that.
And in the
were
sequel, he
the case.
dances. Amazing.
Amazing is right. So anyway, let's go around the room and talk about thoughts. Dwayne.
Well,
Watching this trailer, I thought about the king from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, who was like, "We built a castle on swamp, and it's like it. Then we built a bigger castle, and it's like two. He's happening. We built a park, and the dinosaurs went crazy. So we built another park, and the dinosaurs went crazy again. Then we built a third park, and that one, the dinosaurs went crazy in it too. But the fourth park, will work. Who is behind this? Look, honestly, put this in the real world, government agencies would be all over this stuff. There is no way.
Why would you even think to put this in the real world?
I think they must have incorporated themselves as their own nation.
I think, yeah, because I remember, as much as I remember the old franchise, that's what they did. They like bought an island, so it wasn't under any kind of jurisdiction. Not that governments really care about that crap anymore. So the
America would have gone and brought those dinosaurs of freedom.
America.
but you could argue that the genetic research they're doing would actually fund the park.
Wait a minute. I want to bring up a picture from last year's Christmas
But
party.
it has nothing to do with Jurassic Park.
Nothing to do with Jurassic Park. If you have the video, you're about to laugh your butt off. Okay, this is Dirty Santa last year.
All of this?
Here it comes. There it is.
This is how you dirty Santa. Emphasis on dirty.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Can I break it? Because you're gonna make me pop the F word.
There's no F words popping.
No.
That is you holding the P word in your hand.
Of a blow-up doll.
Oh my God, what's that? It's a vinyl piece. I don't want to say the D word. Can we say the D word? We can probably say it as a refer to a body part, right?
I think you can say the D word.
All right, that would have worked better in my song, I think.
It's true. But that was from our Dirty Santa last year. That was a gift. Nobody fought for it. It got left. And I leaned him up in front of the Christmas tree and hung a cup over the private part and made it my Christmas card.
Going back on the movie, though, I agree. It's like the suspension of disbelief is broken at this point. It's like, okay, you built a theme park that's based on resurrecting dinosaurs. That's ridiculous enough, but
that wasn't enough.
I'll let you go with that for the movie, and it worked. They pulled it off. But after being proven at least 3 separate occasions that was a bad idea, they did it again. And when they finally figured out, oh wait, it seems to work. Let's go make a dinosaur up on our own. We have no idea what it is because we're making it up. We have no idea how to kill
That's
it.
because scientists are evil, and they always do evil things.
We have no idea how to kill it. We're just going to make the most
Only
badass.
the fun ones.
Why didn't they make a badass Stegosaurus or something? No.
Yeah. Why didn't they make a cat dog?
Let's that would be awesome.
Let's start with simple. Something we can put down if we need to.
It's true.
Scientists are the worst.
The only redeeming thing in the entire trailer that I thought was the hope of that very end scene of Star-Lord riding a motorcycle with velociraptors. And not fighting them, he was like riding alongside. And I'm just picturing Star-Lord and velociraptors are going to go team up and attack whatever this dinosaur is, and that's the right kind of ridiculous I want in this movie.
Velociraptor team up.
It's not like we don't all love franchises that have gone ridiculously too far. I mean, it happens.
Mhm.
I can't hate on this movie. Yeah, I can't hate on this movie just because they decided to build a park again. I don't know. It could be fun. You know, I'm not.
If it's more of that freaking, like riding motorcycles and velociraptors, I'm in on that movie.
Exactly.
That movie is awesome.
I've been meh about this franchise since halfway through the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that this did really well is the whole idea of this world. It is kind of the world building of it. Them kind of showing you around the park and the
Well, they
the
had
little ball thing,
Disneyland
the
level
monorail
people.
and the
It
SeaWorld
was
aspect. That
was
part of it
everyone
is
thinking
kind
of
of, if they can make that a big enough spectacle, I think that could be entertaining just in itself. I don't really need the disaster movie part of it.
It's kind of like the
You
Transporter.
just want to go to the park.
You know, if I was
Yeah,
a
kinda.
Transporter, I would have quit my job after movie 3. But he just keeps driving people. You know, why do you question it? It's just what it is. Did anybody notice in the little, the sound effect thing, there was a little Godzilla sound in there?
Yeah,
There was- Transformer?
Excuse me, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, there was a little Godzilla-y in that little sound effect. I wonder if they were just trying
Well,
to hint
of
at
course,
something.
because what happened was...
This is
that
where Godzilla comes from.
This is where Godzilla comes to life. This is what happened. This is Godzilla's origin story.
Well, now James Gunn just posted
This
a
doesn't have anything to
whole
do.
tirade on Facebook about all these different studios trying to emulate Marvel and build franchises with.
Yeah, I saw that. He was very skeptical about it.
Yeah. So maybe that's what's happening. I'm telling you.
Here's
Godzilla.
I kind of.
Jurassic World.
I
Maybe it's
feel
King
like
Kong. Maybe they made King Kong.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would do.
Does anybody remember seeing Jurassic Park on the big screen? And the first time
Yes.
I saw like the dinosaur,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Yes.
like, whoa! I feel like these other movies are almost habitual drug use. Like they're trying to get that moment.
You want that? You
back
want that initial?
again, and it's
hit, but
just never going to happen, no matter how
Well,
many.
It happens in not the same way, but you have that certain like that is amazing, and it is lightning in a bottle when you get it, but it's particularly hard when you're the franchise that did it to go back and redo it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jurassic Park is not going to have the same feel it ever had with the first one. Like none of the iterations after that are going to repeat that.
Well, because everything builds up to that final when you finally see the dinosaur the first time.
It was all.
We've seen it now,
yeah.
so what's the big surprise?
I take that back. The only thing that rivals that moment is on the Universal Tours ride when you go through the doors and it goes, "Welcome to Jurassic Park."
Yeah.
That is spine-tingling cool.
Well, and it's because it's nostalgia, because
Yeah.
you just feel
Yeah.
the movie. I love that ride, actually.
It is a. It's hard to say it's one of the best rides there because they're all one of the best rides there.
It's
They're
true.
all good. They're
It's
all
true.
great
Just
rides.
whichever one comes up in conversation.
It's like the same thing with like Jaws. It's like once you see Jaws in the first one, none of the other movies have that same suspense. I mean,
Yeah.
none of the other movies are as qualitatively good, but
Yeah.
it's not just that. It's every time once you've seen the thing you're trying to build suspense to, you can't repeat it in the
Okay,
same.
Well-
so what's a franchise where they have been successful at that?
Toy Story.
Toy Story? Like, what's the first? I mean,
No, I was being dumb.
don't be.
Um,
But how can you be done with an eye patch and a mustache?
Exactly.
That's not possible.
I'm just evil. No, I don't know. But are we talking like suspense movies here?
Well, I don't know if it's suspense, just anything like
Something
like
like
franchises to keep you
Something
like
that's kept that magic.
That keep
Well,
the magic
And
going?
it's,
I think-
well, okay, wait. It's not more than just the magic, because Toy Story is a good example if you're just talking about the magic. But
that jaw-dropped awe experience.
the awe experience.
I think with Toy Story, I don't think it necessarily qualifies because
Toy Story
has- It doesn't.
it built
That's
the
being done.
characters, and then you built all the characters. Just like with Star Wars.
the only thing
That was my answer.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
and the only modern equivalents, Marvel.
well,
Going,
it is, and
each-
it isn't.
Most almost successful, like from Iron Man, like that was jaw dropping, and then like, some of the other ones, like the Hulk wasn't too jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Like say like Captain America was jaw dropping. I love that movie. And
Well, but the-
Avengers
okay,
was
well-
just what is that?
But wait. If you say that, let me ask you this. So in the first Iron Man movie, the first time we actually see full-on Iron Man fly, it's pretty awe-inspiring. Is it as awe-inspiring in the second film, the first time you see him?
Not that same thing, but there are other parts of the movie that cause
but
that
see,
awe. Now if you want the exact thing that causes the awe inspiration to be repeated, that I don't think happens again.
yeah.
You don't get the Tyrannosaurus Rex awe inspiring.
Well, but
thing
that's
again.
what they're
You don't-
basing this whole franchise
You don't
on.
get Jaws. You don't get freaking going back to Star Wars. You don't get the whatever it was that made you awe-inspiring in the first one duplicated the same
Yeah,
way.
so I
in the
guess
other.
that's the problem with the Jurassic franchise
yeah.
is it's so limited in what they can show. You know, in Star Wars, you can bring on a new ship or a new villain or a new planet or something.
Or fall back on characters,
something to make you.
which is what.
Well,
you
but
do with
no,
good storytelling.
that's a whole different kind of. That's not awe.
Yeah, that's not the awe. That's not.
No, you lost that. That's
Well,
a
that-
one-shot thing.
Yeah, that's what,
What
we're
if-
talking about.
What if in Jurassic World they reveal that Lexi was Dr. Grant's daughter all along?
What?
I never saw that coming.
but that's what you do is you have to have more of the awe-inspiring there for that to happen. Jurassic Park kind of had that. I mean, the only real reason to watch 2 was Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character. The only real reason to watch 3 was Alan Grant, but because they brought those characters in. Without the characters you're familiar with, those movies don't really matter. This one doesn't have
What
that.
was more freakish in the first Jurassic Park, the dinosaur or Laura Dern's grimace? I'm just asking you. I'm just saying that woman.
That's a close call.
Has anybody ever noticed that Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park and Powder are interchangeable? It's the exact
I
same
have not noticed
character.
this, but now I want to see.
It's been a while since
To be
I've
fair,
watched Powder.
Jeff
Same
Goldblum's
here.
characters in a lot of things are interchangeable.
Yeah.
You know what would have been more interesting if it was his character from Death Wish.
Personally, my favorite jungle movie. Girls Are
He cleaned
Easy.
himself up.
Wait, what did I say, Catherine?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I
That's
love
good.
Earth
It's
Girls
got a
Are
little
Easy.
Gina
Yes,
Davis in
that
there,
would've been a
a
good
little
one.
Julie
Gosh.
Brown.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
and it's
Or
early
Jim
Jim
and
Carrey.
early Jim
Or-
Carrey.
Hang on, you
Yeah.
guys, one at a
These are
time.
all good.
Or his character from Buckaroo Banzai. How about we just get the entire Hong Kong Cavaliers in there?
What were you
This
saying,
is
Catherine?
obviously what needs to happen.
What?
What did you say?
Oh no, I was just saying, because I was saying my favorite is Earth Girls Are Easy. Because yeah.
Are
Big one.
they easy? Because I don't know.
Earth
Well,
Girls Are
Jeff
Easy,
Goldblum,
you
I
ever
think,
seen
proved
that. one?
I know it. I haven't seen it though.
Compared to the girls
I
from
think
the
it's
rest
on
of the galaxy.
Netflix.
Okay. I should
It
watch
is like it is
I don't know.
dumb camp at its best.
I love
But
them,
the way Star-Lord talked about how many girls he got, it sounds like it's pretty much
Space
galactic
Girl
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which obviously should have been the sequel.
It's true. Okay, so the other thing we have to mention briefly, and it's difficult to talk about this briefly, but there was this announcement earlier in the week that it started out a certain number, I think it was 30-something by the time it was all done, theaters across the country would be getting the Star Wars trailer this weekend.
The way you opened that was so somber. It's like, we have to talk about
I
this.
thought
as a
someone had
series.
died.
Yeah, I
didn't
thought
know
so
about it.
too.
Maybe the franchise is dead. We'll see. There are those fanfic movies that nearly destroyed it. So, did you hear about this, Mike? The Star Wars
No,
trailer?
this was the news.
Yeah, and initially I went through the list, and Thoroughbred and Franklin was on the list, which is, for people
Which
who aren't
people
from here,
care, it's close to us.
it's close to us.
Are they
Basically,
just going to throw it up in front of a movie?
it was
or
supposed
is
to be
there-
thrown up in front of every movie for this
Every
weekend.
single-
Whoa.
So I was talking with Catherine before this. We have to go see Hunger Games, and we have to go to this theater so we can see Star Wars trailer also. But now you had some kind of update about that, Zach, right?
Yeah, Lucasfilm and Disney, whoever you want to blame, came out today on their Twitter feed and said, yes, at around 3:45, yes, it is going to be on Apple iTunes trailers Friday. So you don't have to go out of your way.
But you know what? I still want to see it first in the big screen.
I do too.
Is that wrong of me?
I don't think
No.
it's wrong, particularly because you also have a movie to go see.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
To me, it's like
Whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
have a
whoa,
movie
because
to go
I
see,
might-
so I'd be
Would it
paying
be in
for the
IMAX
trailer.
theaters? Because I wanted to go
Yes,
see
yes, it will
Oh,
be.
man,
in
I might go
IMAX.
see Interstellar on Friday.
What?
Oh, God.
Here's the problem.
Wait, it's not in that theater. Damn it.
Here's
Just
the problem. Yes, it is in front of IMAX, only digital. If it's 1570 millimeters.
So it's not going to be in mine. All right.
Yeah, but so Interstellar is the only thing showing in the IMAX out here.
But at the Thoroughbred in Cool Springs, it
That's
will
a
be
fake
shown.
IMAX though,
That is
isn't
a
it?
fake IMAX. Yes.
That's fine.
I don't want to pay for fake IMAX.
Who would? Like, why who would want to pay $20?
Then skip the IMAX. I love the original 3 and only 3 Star Wars movies that are in existence.
Almost
Without-
possibly 4.
I'm
Yes.
glad you brought that up because do you remember? I'm thinking about Star Wars trailers. I can't remember the movie at this point, but I remember sneaking into a movie to see the Episode 1 trailer when it
Absolutely, I did
premiered
too.
before. What was it?
Meet Joe Black. That's what it came.
No, no, I think
No,
that
it
was
was in front of
something
some other
else.
stuff,
It,
too.
it ended up being premiered in front of something else.
There's a documentary that might still be on Netflix, The People versus George Lucas, and
That's a great
It
documentary.
is a great documentary, but it goes on about like so many people went to go see this movie because the trailer of Episode 1 was
in front of it. Yeah.
You guys remember the Austin Powers? I think it was Austin Powers. Was it the first one or the second one trailer?
Oh.
The where they said if you only see one movie this summer,
That's the second one.
go see Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
If you see 2 movies,
They knew what was going on. They knew the score. Do you all remember the trailer they did for the re-release of the trilogy, where it was the byline was something like, "For years, this was the only way to watch the Star Wars trilogy,"
Yes.
and it had a
Yeah.
little TV, and then the X-wing flies out of the
Yeah, I
TV.
do remember.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great. That was a great.
That
saw-
was a great experience going back to watch the movies in the.
We
in the
went to
re-release.
midnight screenings of all 3 of those movies when they re-released them, and it was amazing.
I wonder if we'll get that with the new one coming
I never
out.
got to see Jedi and the special editions movies re-released, but I saw the other 2.
I feel like I didn't, and the reason why I didn't care is that was the one that I had seen in the theater growing up, so I felt like I had done my
Any
job.
walks.
What's that?
Any walks.
Oh, yeah.
I like you.
I don't have a problem with Ewoks.
I mean, to me.
You mean the Endurans?
Yes.
I mean, it's confirmed the trailer is only 88 seconds.
Okay, well,
I don't care.
that's
You're
enough.
gonna have.
That's enough.
It's literally gonna be this character. Star Wars comes.
Listen to me.
Well, that's
Listen
all
to me
that-
one time. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you remember the
not-
Phantom Menace teaser trailer?
To be fair, let's be honest
Did
about
it?
one.
It just showed a swamp.
Let's be honest about
Missed.
one thing here. One thing. This is not a movie that actually ever needed a trailer.
It's true.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. So
Also,
I'm going to
though-
take what I can get.
Also, though, that to me is the definition of a teaser trailer. They're not saying full-blown trailer. They're saying teaser trailer, and that's what a teaser trailer should be.
But does
Today,
that
modern movies, usually they don't know the meaning of the word teaser.
They don't know the meaning of the word restraint in their trailers.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
they just give the ending in that 88-second trailer? That was
I think they
amazing.
did, yeah.
That was cool.
To me, it does not constitute paying $12 to see a movie. Like, for me, I'm caught up. And to me, it just doesn't...
Well, no, I wouldn't even now. Wouldn't go
Like,
pay.
say, for instance,
But I'm going to a movie anyway. I might as well make sure I
Yeah.
can see that too.
yeah. But
It's like
to me,
extra
just
icing
like,
on the cake. It's like getting the
Well, then
corner of
watch
the
it
cake.
online because you don't have to go see it.
It's like when you get the
To me,
corner
it's
of the cake and it has a flower on it.
Or they can put out an official version either way Friday on CNA.
Yeah, I think that's.
Whether it's the bootleg or not.
Well, but see, it's different for me because those movies, the original three, are so pivotal in my childhood. It's just kind of neat to be able to see new ones, and I want to experience them in the theater.
Remember when we felt that way about the Phantom Menace and that set of stuff?
So sad. The Phantom what?
It's a good thing that movie actually never came out.
The
Yeah,
fans
I mean,
movie. Never
It
came
is.
out.
It is a good thing. Okay, so I knew that was going to be long. So now we're going to get into our holiday gift guides. Who would like to talk about their 5 picks first?
We want the people who are actually on the website to go first.
We should probably do that. So
Yeah.
that's the ones that are posted now. Let's start with Catherine.
Yeah, I think Catherine's first and Mike.
All right. So.
Can we go over the full list or just pick?
We can briefly talk about all 5.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a big deep thing.
Okay. So first on my list was the ATLP 60 turntable. I just recently moved, and my parents, my dad, because I have a nice vinyl collection, and my dad's like, you should take the record player. And it is this record player that's probably like a couple years older than me. I'm not joking. Like, it was probably made 81 or something like that, and it's huge, and it's big, and it's bulky, and I don't really want it. This one is like, it's just big enough to have a record, and it hooks up to any speaker system, including it has Bluetooth capabilities. So that's my 1. And then 2 was really, really expensive, but I don't care, because if I could have it my way, I would totally do it.
That's what this is about.
Exactly. It's the Epson Powerlight Home Cinema, and it was like the best of the best, because one day I will have a great big room where I can have a home theater, and I can pop my own popcorn, and I can show movies on a great big screen. Plus, this one has 3D capabilities. So,
We
yeah,
love that.
I know. Third one.
Which, you know what surprises me? When I got your list, I was like, wow, she has a lot of gadgets on her list. What's with that?
I like gadgets. I like gadgets.
I like that. I like that.
I like gadgets, but those are the only 2 gadgets. And I mean, the vinyl player makes sense for me because it's music, and then that one, I love movies, and I've always wanted a home movie theater. So yeah. Next one is the book hook, which I could probably make, but it's so cute that I don't really care. It's like a little triangular piece of wood, and whenever you're finished reading not finished, but whenever you're in the middle of your book, you like put it down, so that way it's not only like a placeholder, but it's also a little conversation piece. So that way, you can like have that there. So that way, whenever I'm reading 50 Shades of Grey, everybody can comment on it.
That's
See,
It got
that's all I was waiting for. You're just like there, like looking at your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Well, I've read your list, and actually the book hook is the thing that I actually of that would want the most.
The most.
There we go.
Yeah, because no,
Commercial comic books too.
well, yeah, I like displaying my books. In my living room has my bookshelf. Like right next to my bedroom, I have a little kind of like magazine rack of recommended readings I usually change out like once a
Oh, so
month.
you have
Wow.
a recommended readings list for your visitors to your bedroom.
My roommates, yeah.
Kama Sutra.
Wow.
Right now I
Comic Sutra?
have
Comic Sutra?
Superior Spider-Man Volume 1. I think I have a Thor book, and well, I do have an issue of Sex Criminals, so I guess that's close.
Oh, see? Sex
Well, there we go.
criminal, see?
Good. All right. So Next one is an Orphan Black pop art print. Steven just got me at the Comic-Con. It's a pop art print of Breaking Bad, and it's all of the iconic images, and at the top it says, "Let's cook." And I'm like, ooh, that'd be so awesome if I could just decorate my whole apartment with just like really neat pop art posters of all these television shows that I want. And the coolest one that I found was the Orphan Black one, and it's really neat because, spoiler, and it's not that bad of a spoiler because it happens in the first 3 episodes, and you figure it out quickly anyway. Orphan Black is all about these girls who are clones of each other, and it gets into like more of a story, and there's a conspiracy theory, and the government's involved, and da-da-da-da-da. But anyway, the poster is the clones, but you don't see their face. They don't have a face, you just see their clothing and their hair. It's really, really cool. And last but not least, it is the Beyonce Platinum Edition box set. I know. It's really, really great. They have 2 CDs with previously unreleased tracks, one of which is her new Flawless track, which she addresses the whole entire like elevator skate. She likes
The what?
elevator. Do you remember what happened on the elevator? Like it was her and Jay and her sister Solange, and Solange just starts beating up on Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
Now I know. I remember. Yeah.
And there's like a line in there that says, you know some shit's gonna go down when there's $1 billion in an elevator. But there's that song.
Does she sing about why the Kim Kardashian's butt broke the internet?
I wish she would, but
Why does she
I
sing
think that
about
happened
that?
a little too late.
internet? Did it?
It did.
I don't remember the internet so much, but
I
yeah.
looked at
And then there's
Just saying.
a DVD of all the music videos that she released with this past album, the Super Secret album, and then a live DVD of her on the Mrs. Carter World Tour. So I think that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty nice variety in the list there. I love that.
And you also get a calendar. You get a little mini Beyonce calendar.
Does it have like a trifold to bring out her entire legs? Just saying.
Wow.
She has some long legs.
She has some Tina Turner legs happening. That's just
She
what I'm
does.
saying about
She
that.
does. So yeah, that's my list.
Anything on there that you must have other than the book?
No, the book hook is pretty much the
Because you already have the Beyonce set.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I thought so.
Nico, how are we gonna talk about this? I thought we were gonna like buy it together and like.
I couldn't wait.
talk about it together. Damn it.
You bought it digitally. All right. So I guess we have Mr. Mikey Boy's list now.
All right. So first thing on my list is a coloring book.
All right.
That's really cool.
Coloring books are my favorite.
That is like my favorite thing on the list.
There's actually, I had no idea. I saw this, and then actually I've been looking around, and there's actually all kinds of coloring books aimed towards adults. There's even
Love
adult, I'm putting scare quotes around, I don't really think it was. There's even adult coloring books.
All right. My Sutra coloring book.
Gonna need a lot of flesh.
Connect the dots, mofo.
But this one's Between the Lines, an expert level coloring book. The one I actually put on my list.
Ooh.
And
Look at that image right there. That is intense coloring.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's
Gotta
a bunch.
color
It
all
looks
that.
like the from what I can make out the images, it's 22 images, and they're just really complex, kind of baroque almost, almost kind of like reminiscent of like a spirograph, what you get off a
No
spirograph.
coloring on beer night.
without
in this book.
slipping, ripping the page and
Yeah.
cutting it in half. But it just looked really cool. I almost really want one.
Almost really want
almost.
I really want one. That would be so much
I could
fun.
really-
It was on your list. You should hopefully.
Yeah.
That would be like a cool Sunday. Like we could get together and color in the coloring books and watch.
Oh my
Walking
gosh,
Dead.
I
Just saying.
I love coloring. Is one of those like I
It's
don't have
therapeutic.
many hobbies because it is. It's very therapeutic for me because I can turn my brain off. But this is like the perfect combination because you have to think just enough, but at the same time it's still therapeutic and mindless.
Yeah.
I was
one.
reading through some of the comments, and somebody had a perfect thing for comic books. Long flights.
Yeah.
Our coloring books.
Take a coloring
Oh,
book
yeah.
with you for a long flight.
I do it all the
It'd give you
time.
something to do. Plus,
You actually already color, Catherine?
Oh my gosh, I have so many colors. I love to color. And when I get too stressed out, I put on classical music, put on a light and aromatherapy candle, and I will color because.
Are they like Disney coloring books?
It depends. Sometimes it's Disney, sometimes it's Looney Tunes, sometimes it's just whatever I get at the dollar store. But it is just the most therapeutic thing.
This is
in the
fascinating.
world. Yeah. I think everybody should color. It's just one of those things. I heard Whoopi Goldberg also colors to calm her nerves.
Well, she should color in her eyebrows.
I feel like when they have to put you in a home, you're mostly all the way there. It won't be much of a change for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it, friends.
Keep coloring. Just keep coloring.
Just saying.
with the big crayons.
Yeah. Won't even be a big crayon at that point. It'll be one of those big pencils that
Those
are
giant number 2 pencils. Yeah.
Oh,
I hated those.
Sightseers, the 4 foot long pencil.
Exactly. Well, that's a movie you must see.
Then
Then you'll get the reference.
Yeah. The next thing on the list is probably a little bit something more you would expect to come from me or expect to have.
Yeah, this one
expect for me
wasn't
to have
surprising.
in my house, right beside my bed. It's a universal 48-inch
Condom.
adjustable, flexible. What the hell use would I have for those?
Make a balloon animal.
Make a balloon animals, yeah. The universal 48-inch adjustable, flexible tablet floor stand. So you can take your iPad, your Nexus, your Kindle, whatever it is, you stick it on there, you lay down on bed, you swap it over where it's just like 4 inches or 8 inches from your face, and you don't have to move.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want this to play Words with Friends because I always play my games like that before sleep.
And all you got to do is just,
I know it's the
every
worst
now and then
possible
you have to
time.
lift your finger and move something. But I'm waiting for the mind control.
I feel like we
Yeah,
all know what
something.
this is going to be used for.
Exactly.
It would be an excellent.
Well-
It would be excellent for that too.
Yeah, it makes the nighttime fun time a little easier to deal with. I guess.
But with 48 inches, that's 4 feet. So
Might like some.
yeah, that you can put it by the couch, over the bed, or just wherever you're going. If you're cooking in the kitchen, you can stick it. Of course, does anybody actually use them for recipes and stuff like that?
Yeah. I have recipes.
That's a thing that popped into my head. You could possibly use it for, but I don't know if anybody actually does. But
Well, in the
that's
chat
just,
room, somebody else says that they love coloring.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
Do you use it for coloring on your iPad or
that's a
tablet?
revolution.
Exactly.
Because I was thinking you had to have like an excuse, like an adult coloring book, something special.
Mhm.
Maybe I just need to get over it.
You just need
And-
Maybe you just need
Yeah,
to.
coloring
I bet
book.
you could go to
You're
town
in a
on
room full
Guardians
of
of the
nerds.
Galaxy coloring book.
Oh, Marvel coloring book. I'm sure that's out there.
That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
awesome.
I'm
That'd be
pretty
fun.
sure there are.
That would
See?
be amazing. Now I'm in. Okay.
So the
Let's
next
have a
thing.
coloring party.
Sure.
next thing
Yeah,
we got
Let's
on
just
the
get some of
list
the
is,
essential graphic novels in because they were black and white and color those in.
And color them in. That's a good idea.
It's a really good They're cheaper. If you're going to use, they're cheaper than
Yeah.
You can
coloring
make them
books.
your own colors.
You good?
Like I don't have to look at the horrible, stupid other color Iron Man. They
I-
always be red and gold.
Red and silver, man. I love the silver Centurion armor.
No,
What
no.
about War Machine?
Iron Man is red and gold.
With that thin paper, you'd have to get those really fancy, really, really soft pastel crayons.
Wait a minute. Iron Man is red and gold. Just saying. Continue.
The next on my list is Star Wars air fresheners.
See, the only problem I have with this one is that the Empire Strikes Back one is going to smell like the inside of a tauntaun, and that's not a good thing.
Well, maybe.
Well,
maybe that'd be
that's
like
that was actually the very first thing I thought of because you can get there's 2 sets. You can get one set that's got 3. That's got the just kind of the movie posters from the real movies, not those fan fiction ones that you don't like. And then there's like a Darth Vader 2 for set, a Stormtrooper set, and a Boba Fett set.
Mhm.
Which I'm thinking I don't know if
What
I
does
want
Boba
to.
Fett smell
Those
like?
probably
Yeah.
get pretty
Those
Smells
smelly.
are
like
both-
armpit.
But all 3 of those,
Saying.
are kind of burly guys and
And I'm sure they sweat a good bit.
What about the
plastic
Princess
uniforms.
Leia?
All the, yeah,
I
that's-
bet Boba Fett smells like Aqua Velva.
Brute by Fabergé.
Probably smells like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Mm.
But But actually, if you think about it, there's probably licensing reasons they couldn't have like a Han Solo or a Princess Leia or something.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, I think and they do address that.
You think Harrison
They're
Ford
just,
has his Sith trademarked?
Well, no, but he's got his image trademarked.
Yeah, but I think he probably has his Sith trademarked too.
Probably there's some kind of...
in my mind, that's going to be the reason.
But I actually saw that as a downside. They weren't like Star Wars in themed sense. They're all just vanilla.
They should be like
they're all vanilla.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They should have a pine tree one at least. It's like the
I
forests
know.
of the Moon
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
at least kind of like at least try. Like
Some,
Return of the
like,
Jedi one, they can have indoor moon
one that
indoor
smells like a
scent or
sandy
something.
beach.
Yeah.
That would be the
Tatooine.
pine one.
Yeah, they could have a beachy one for the.
Tatooine.
Do a little winter themed one for
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
They could have had that.
Yeah,
Boo.
try a little
Sorry,
harder.
Mike.
How-
We got to pass
This
on
is a
this.
fail
They
on
didn't
your
try
Yeah,
part.
hard
so it's a
enough.
little bit
dare
of a
you.
fail, but it's still it's Star Wars air fresheners. That's still pretty cool.
No, it's not.
And it's cheap.
Well,
$5.
now I'm in.
So that's so for the people so for the geeks, you can get something cool, but you
As opposed to the next time.
not really want to. Yeah.
Yeah, or it's like that. What did somebody give me? My friend Stacy gave me Star Wars cocoa. Well, I don't drink cocoa. It's still in the drawer over there because I can't do anything with it because it's Star Wars and it's come into the house, so I can't leave.
I seem to remember us talking about you had peppermint vodka last year. I think we found the perfect solution for that Star Wars.
Now we're talking.
Here we go.
That I will
Master Chef, bitches.
The next thing on my list is, to me, it's almost a perfect gift. It's a little pricey, so you'd probably save for really special people in your life or yourself. But
Exactly, special people in your life.
It's a little silly because it doesn't really do. It doesn't really do that well what its main purpose is for or its stated purpose.
I'm excited already.
Yeah,
It's
I can't
something
wait to
that-
have this.
And it's something most people with any sense wouldn't buy for themselves. Personally, I love mine. I've had it for about a month and a half
You
now.
loved it a long time.
It's the Samsung Gear Live. The let's see, can you bring it up?
I have
here?
the picture up.
Oh, okay, you got the picture up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to show the CultureSmash
Well, let me switch.
watch face.
Hey,
that's
yeah,
on
look
there.
at that.
Oh
Let me switch
gosh.
to you. There
That's
you are.
insane.
Oh, wow.
So that, to me, that's one of the coolest things about this watch is you can design your own watch faces. There's an app called Facer
Okay.
that you can get on, and you can put your own
I'm sold.
hands on there and everything, and you could have a different watch face every day. The
We already had 6 downloads.
actually, it's up to like 21.
Oh, sweet. People.
I had to update it. I came up when I come up with the gift list there, and if you go to the website and in the gift list, if you do buy the watch, there's a link. Download it.
Yeah.
The first one I put up was functional, but it wasn't really that great, so I wanted to spice it up. So I made it a little bit more fancy. I tried to put a countdown on it, but I've not quite figured how to get that to work yet. So it's just kind of got.
I don't know. I'm really curious, but to me, it's another one of those early Google things where I can't get with
It's
it yet.
bleeding edge. It's like I said, it's not that great to watch.
Well,
You
damn
got to
it, I
charge
want it bad now.
You got to charge it every day. And it's got some weird funky charger that clips onto it. Some of the others, it's not the only one. There's other Google Wear watches out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Motorola 360 is a lot of people really like it. It's
And
a little bit more
Samsung has their
expensive.
own thing.
And Samsung's got their own thing. I specifically wanted the Google Wear,
Yeah.
though, so I got the Live. But I think it's a pretty attractive watch. I replaced the band. It's something you get somebody, they're probably going to spend money on it because they're probably going to get more dongles. The charging
I like
dongles
lots
for
of
it.
dongles.
They're probably going to get a different band. So it's the only, if you're really thinking about it, it's just for somebody that likes to tinker around with stuff. But I love mine. The next thing on my list is again something very kind of geeky. It's not. It wouldn't be something.
I hope
for
this
anybody.
is actually-
something geeky.
I hope this one's actually a good thing because we've established that one of them is too early and another one sucks because it has a horrible smell. So this one better be good.
This one, I don't know if this one fits that. I think it may fit in that category
With the horrible smell?
because you can buy it. Well, no, the not
Too
really
early?
there yet
Not
because
fully cooked.
you can buy it, but
Master Chef.
it's not planned to ship till like July. It's a crowdsourced thing. They have met their funding, but it's not scheduled to ship to July. But it's called a lantern, and what it is, it's a little rectangle, kind of like looks like a little.
If
incense
you were on the
burner.
video,
It's
you
like
could see it. We have the
Yeah,
image.
it's I'm trying to think of something that size, like maybe like a a spaghetti box, you know, those little
Yeah.
rectangular spaghetti boxes or whatever. Except for it's got like, you know, solar panels on each side of it. The idea is, what it is, it's got a radio receiver in it, and it will pick up satellite transmission. So this group, there's something called the outer net, and it's kind of like a push-style internet. It's going to be low bandwidth at first. They're only guaranteeing like 2 megabytes a day at first to download, which is not a lot of data. But the idea is you can go anywhere in the world with it, anywhere where the satellite signal can physically reach it. It's going to be multi-band, so it's going to be something that's going to be very hard for governments or anybody to jam.
What do you do with this?
Well,
I'm still not clear.
Right, us.
Yeah.
We wouldn't probably really have a use for it much. The besides it just being something cool, and besides you being in on something at the very beginning, I thought it was cool enough. I've got one on the.
You pre-ordered it.
I've pre-ordered. Yeah, I've got.
Of course you did, Mike.
Yeah, of course you did.
Well, because Mike wants to live off the grid.
It's true.
Yeah, I would. That would be very nice.
Is this the ham radio of the computer age?
It is kind of. Except for the ham radio, you can actually talk back at least. With this, you just get to listen.
Okay.
But it's
So it's like a high-end police scanner.
We're trying to
to figure it out here.
Something that
I don't think it's even that cool, really. But it gets signals from space. That's cool, isn't it?
That's all that matters.
And you can take it anywhere if you go camping. If you're
Now you see the reason I love Mike's lists on our little thing here.
If you're in the middle of the Sahara or Death Valley or the top of Mount Everest. Well, Mount Everest has probably got Wi-Fi. You know, anywhere you go, you're going to be able to get that data. You'll be able to get probably like access to something like Wikipedia, or get the news, or if there's a
so I can access 2 megabits of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what it does, it downloads that every day, but it stores it on. So you do have more than that.
So in a week, I could read the article about Catching Fire or Mockingjay that Zach was talking about earlier.
Well, you probably have it, and it's probably they push you a little bit out every day, and then over time it'll build up. The goal is they can like different educational things.
This sounds like a proof of concept thing for.
It is to a certain extent, but it's something I think is really cool. And eventually, if it gets big enough, they'll have bigger bandwidth. They'll be able to have two-way communications. It basically would kind of replace or kind of merge with the internet. You'd have the kind of that worldwide data connection that we all dream about.
What do you see them calling the next iteration of this? A lighthouse?
That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Then
if it comes in different colors, would you get a Green Lantern?
You would definitely get
I'd order one if they made it green.
Maybe that was coming.
Well, it's covered in solar cells, so I don't know.
So if it's covered in solar cells and it powers things, could I charge a ring with it?
Exactly.
Well, you can charge your phone from it. It'd probably
Well, now
be
it's
very
worth
slow.
it.
Can I have a phone in the shape of a ring?
That
and
sounds like
charge it
something
with
that
it?
should already exist,
I agree.
honestly.
It's true. All right, that was a thrill.
It's my list, damn it.
Now let's go to something
I
even
love
more boring.
if Mike
Here's
just turned
that.
to the camera in a single solitary tear.
And we're going to Zach next?
Wait, do
Okay.
we have the animation?
Oh,
Yeah, there's a reason.
I'm looking for it.
The what?
An animation for a tear. I wish
Oh.
that there
Hey,
was
Mike,
one.
at least you can feel good knowing Zach's list has to be worse than
Okay.
All right, well, she's looking for Mike's
No
tear.
tears. But there is one with like a question mark over your head and your eyebrows going one way and then the other. Here, wait, I can do it.
Oh, here it comes.
Wait, see it?
oh yeah.
I see. I look really awesome right now.
With the mustache and
With the mustache,
Sure.
the eye patch, and my eyebrows going.
Exactly.
You look like you're worried you might lose your other eye.
Okay, so for my list, I guess I'm going next since everybody just nominated me. I decided to do. I actually struggled a bit on trying to find 5 things I actually liked.
Of course.
I got like.
Oh my God! Really?
Really?
What? What?
That's the most bullcrap thing I've heard.
That's one of the most hipster things.
Hey, how about-
I struggled.
How about this?
I struggled to find 5 things I
And I
actually
truly
like.
like Like, okay.
Would put that back on.
It's always a struggle for me to go through and be like, oh gosh, I don't know what's out there, and I don't know what I want. You just have this wonderful way of putting this elitist spin on it all. Because instead of saying like, oh man, I worked really hard on this list, and
I struggled to try and find things that aren't just Blu-rays.
See,
It could have just been Blu-rays.
It could've just-
If you look at my Amazon list, it's all Blu-rays.
And I don't think anybody would have.
that was the lamest thing ever. Zach's girlfriend, who is better to him than he deserves, posted something on Facebook about how tough he is to shop for.
No.
And his reply was, "Do you want to see my Amazon wish list?" Like, really?
Yeah, because
Am I the only one that?
For me, when you're-
Am I the only one that sends my Amazon wish list to my parents and brothers and sisters at Christmas?
Oh,
So what?
Your list is already better.
all right.
when I was a lot younger, I messed around a lot more with HTML.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to the family computer and basically make a home page on the browser, so whenever it opened up, it was my wish list with links to where to go.
Oh,
That
is there
is
any chance
amazing.
you have saved this? I would love to see this. I bet it's full of like great.
No.
Yeah, what's
the
the website? I mean, there's an archive that archives the internet.
Internet Archives? It was never anything published online because it was HTML file that was on the computer.
You didn't have it like on your Mindspring page or something.
No,
Yeah,
no, it was just an HTML.
Was that GeoCities website?
No, it was.
no, it was on his live journal.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
on my
it's
live.
on
I did have a
journal.
live journal. But no, it was actually just on the computer, and it sourced into the browser. It compiled all the HTML, and then live links would take them to the actual website.
Well, aren't you Mr. So-and-so? When I was a kid,
Then
I
Amazon
just
wish
used
list became a
I
thing.
just used to circle stuff in the service merchandise catalog.
I did that too.
Service merchandise.
I loved the service merchandise catalog.
That was
Yeah.
And
catalog.
you'd go through the trash looking for receipts and then compare the serial numbers on the receipts to the service merchandise.
I never did
No,
that.
I never did.
But
No.
I loved thinking back, as a kid, the things that my parents would say to manipulate me. Because I would circle something in there that's really expensive, and it would be like, oh, Santa Claus, if he brings you that, he probably won't bring you much else because he's a busy man. And I'm like, well, I don't want that.
That's how I ended up with 20 GoBots one year instead of the one Transformer I
The GoBots couldn't open their hand. It was just a square
that's why
block.
they were $4 or a figure.
Obviously, that's how you knew your parents didn't love you.
That's how he knew Santa Claus didn't. So, just saying.
That's true.
Stupid GoBot Cykill. Who made these things?
What was the gray plane who was the leader of the good
Oh
guys?
gosh.
They were too cheap to even have
Was it
guns.
just like
Remember in the
Leader
cartoon
One?
they just shot lasers out of their fists.
So this has all been vastly more interesting than what Zach's list.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
Zach
probably
list
good.
is
Oh
over.
yeah. I was in the middle of that.
Oh yeah.
Because you said something
You were in the middle. You hadn't even started.
Yeah, you said something stupid. You said something stupid. and
It's
we
gonna,
lost
it's
interest
gonna
in it.
say the list, and it's gonna be even more of that.
Yeah,
Just go off
but
your
as long as Zach's talking, I can do this.
This past
And
Monday,
that's
I
even.
really
That's
I will pee on your couch. I will pee on
no,
this
that's
couch.
only Catherine can
That's
say.
my line, you bud.
Hey, some people.
That's not even my line.
That's right. Come up with your own lines.
All right. So my first choice is, of course, because it just got released yesterday, Samurai Cop on Blu-ray, which I know is a weird choice, but this movie is seriously in my all-time favorite films ever list. If you haven't seen Samurai Cop, don't stop listening to this podcast. But as soon as this podcast is over, watch Samurai Cop.
Keep talking about it. It took me a while to spell it.
Basically,
You still didn't spell it
I didn't
right,
spell it right,
It's
yeah,
okay.
but it was close enough. It got me
This
here.
is a film from the early 90s, late 80s that is completely bungled in every single thing it tries to do and is wonderful at its execution.
But I just want to compare this because Steven did the search, and also in the search for Samurai Cop is The Room.
Yeah.
Which is the moment you say completely bungled everything, it's the movie that always pops in my head.
I'm just going to bring this up. There's a poster.
The Room by itself, if you don't have an audience or Scotchka or other enhancers to go with it, is a painful, tragic experience. Watching Samurai Cop, it's always fun. Just Like
This is obviously not the Blu-ray, but
this
it's
is that's the DVD version. That's a horrible DVD cover. It doesn't really. Nothing.
It's a horrible movie.
The good news is you never have to watch The Room by yourself because there's the riff tracks to go along with it.
Yeah, but in Discovery.
The good news is there's other things to watch.
Like Plan 9.
No.
With Samurai Cop, the Belcourt, which is a local art house theater in town, had a midnight screening of it, and I took my girlfriend KJ to go see it.
Oh, this is getting long.
It was beautiful. So,
No. Go ahead.
in terms of Blu-ray pricing and everything, this is a really expensive one. It's around $40. Usually Amazon, if it's a $40, they'll bring it down to like $27.99. This is not moving an inch. So for a single disc Blu-ray, it's really expensive, but it's Samurai Cop.
Well, I would actually say I'm going to show you this right.
It's an all-American.
This
girl
is a
like
much
you
better choice.
With a geek like this.
Why watch that when you could watch this instead? I'm just saying. Ninja 3, The Domination.
You know what?
With what's her name from Flashdance?
Just saying.
Still having leg warmers.
Ninja 3 and Samurai Cop would be an excellent double feature. That's an excellent, yeah.
What else? What else you got?
So next
Give us
on
something
my
good.
list, if I can pull it back up. I have the SOS Charger. If you're basically like me and never have an issue with charged batteries, but if you're like Steven...
Hey, why are you bringing me into this?
Because you're always, oh yeah, my phone died.
Well, I actually use my phone because people want to talk to me, unlike you. Continue.
Oh.
Okay, you went there. You
Zach,
made
when
me.
the only
Don't force my hand.
battery
Don't
life
force
you
my hand.
use is getting text from people telling you how much you suck. Of course you're not going
Yeah, it doesn't take that much juice to do
Twitter
that.
They're all
always-
mostly they're all mostly from Dwayne, oddly enough.
So basically, this is a...
He's got an app that just sends it regularly on the hour.
This is a portable charger. It's USB based, so anything USB based will charge. It has an internal battery that is, I believe, 2400 millihertz. I think it's
I
the
can't find the good
Milliamps.
I don't know which one of these it is.
Milliamp hours, I think.
Basically, that you can charge your phone, and then when that dies, well, you can plug it up to a wall, or if you're on the go, it has a hand crank, so where you just crank it. So if you're
You crank it?
Yeah, you can actually crank it, and it'll charge.
Well,
Now, I've had some experience with cranks.
I
With
bet
the-
you have.
With the devices that charge
Neat.
battery, charge the battery by cranking. Unless there's been huge improvements, which is possible, you'd probably be cranking that thing for like 8 hours to charge a cell phone.
I mean, this is a Kickstarter-based item, and
Remember they used to have those at the Discovery Channel store. They had those flashlights.
Oh yeah.
That you could crank,
We
remember?
had one.
what about the ones where you shake and you're making an not obvious phallic-like movement?
Like
Is it
shake
a
weight.
phallic movement or a masturbatory movement?
Yeah.
Masturbatory movement. That's,
Exactly. But I'm here to help you with English
Will you please
language.
show me what a phallic movement looks like? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It
too.
sounds like you're pooping a penis.
Oh.
A phallic-like movement would be, okay, now hold your hand in over your head, like you're holding on to
Okay, what's the next on your list?
Yeah.
Steven just
shake
need to
it,
move
it'll
on.
taste like salt.
Are we still on Zach's list?
Yes.
Yes, for the love of God, help us.
So,
Obviously, this is the last one, right? I mean,
No.
Oh
we're on
no!
number three.
What?
Yeah, we've got a ways to go here.
I didn't hear anybody talk about, oh man, Mike's list is so long about Catherine.
Well, Mike's
No,
list,
but they were giving me pretty
we
hard time
were
about
pretty
it.
we were pretty entertained by the items on his list.
yeah, especially the suckety suck items. Yours are just so starting to annoy me. What's
Okay,
next?
so number 3 I have on my list is Batman the Complete TV Series Limited Edition.
Okay, well that's
That's-
finally.
Yes, edition
That's pretty
box
cool.
set. This is a remaster of all the episodes. The only thing I actually looked into this box. The only thing I don't like it is it does not contain Wallace's mono sound. But
It's Batman.
expensive. For 3 seasons of a TV show, it's like almost $200.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
also the
But that was back when a season was pretty long. How
It's
many
like
episodes are we talking?
84 episodes, wasn't it,
whole thing.
per season?
84 per season.
Yeah.
No, it would have been
No.
it would have been 30. You know, I'll my reference is Gunsmoke, because Gunsmoke was 35. I read for back then. So I think it was.
But
I'm not sure.
that's also a show that hadn't been on home release in a long time.
It's
18 discs
That's
Are
a
you
lot
looking
of
at the
discs.
DVD? Or
For
three?
3,019 minutes runtime. I don't know how
Were
many
they
episodes.
15-minute episodes? I feel like they were.
Yeah, I think it's on the
30-minute
DVD, though.
episodes.
Yeah, they are 30.
Yeah, they're 30.
30. Oh, okay. So that's a lot of episodes.
So,
So quit your bitching.
yeah.
Be happy it's actually out because there was such a battle for that to actually come to home video for so long.
The interesting thing about this to me is this is the limited special Super Duper edition that
Mhm.
contains like a die-cast model and all that. They're coming out with the standard edition, which is just the discs.
Mhm.
It's just as expensive. So I figured, just
Why would you do it?
yeah, just do the limited edition.
It's only a little over 2 days.
Do what? Oh, the number of. Hey, we should get that and like watch it.
Not all episodes are.
Now that would be kind of interesting to watch 2 full days nonstop of the original the Batman series. That would have to put you in a pretty interesting headspace.
I think we would go through like a pretty entertaining, emotional.
Does this
way.
include the movie?
No.
No, just the TV.
We would have to
series.
buy the movie separately to fit it into where it.
Probably so.
Yeah.
We would start off like enjoying
Yeah,
it,
the movie you could find easy.
and then partway through we would start to really hate it, and then we'd come back around again by the
Yeah,
end.
and then we'd start to hallucinate. And
Yeah, and like all those little comic book punch things would start popping
Yes.
up, even in places
we'd
where
kill
they
the
didn't have
weakest and eat them.
to. Yeah, exactly. Continue.
Okay, so next on my list, I have a Game of Thrones, a Telltale game series. If you've been a fan of The Walking Dead, Telltale point-and-click animated series or game, season 1, season 2, The Wolf Among Us.
No, it's not gonna be on there.
No,
'Cause
nothing.
I have played some of each.
once in a while they'll put them up there.
I have not finished it. My only fear about, and I like the Game of Thrones property. I need Telltale to do something different.
I'm
with
bored
their games.
with the game.
Something that's not a franchise.
No, just one of the things that made Walking Dead so great is they took the point-and-click adventure and made it a little bit better than it has been in the past.
Right.
Now, since they've had 2 iterations of Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us that felt pretty much the same, it's time to bring something else.
Well, that's funny because the last Walking Dead game that came out,
Mm-hmm.
I love the first one, and then I don't know, I got it and
I
played it, and I just lost
With
interest.
season 2, it was like, okay, here we go on a new adventure, and then it went absolutely nowhere.
Well,
and
it
that's
wasn't
all
even
those games
it,
have going for them now is storyline.
it wasn't even the adventure for me. It was just I don't know. I just wasn't as riveted by the gameplay in season 2. Literally within the first couple of episodes of it, I was just
Also, the rational ending for season 2 is oh, well, you didn't like this character who was obviously inhabiting bad characteristics and should have been put down like the dog he was, so we're going to give you the bad ending.
okay, good.
The ending, you can, looking at all 6 endings, you could definitely tell this is the ending they wanted, or this is the saddest ending, and then this is the worst ending over here, the one that everyone I talked to thought.
Now, the one thing to get back on the game you're talking about is the company itself. They were innovative once. I think they could be innovative again. Maybe this one will be
to me, it's
something new.
It's a must-buy. To me, it's like it's
Well,
Game of
because
Thrones,
you-
it's Telltale.
you.
Shut up and take my money.
How do I say it without breaking the explicit thing? Anyway, you love Game of Thrones a little.
I
Just saying.
love Game of
You would.
That was a bit much.
That was a little.
Yeah. Okay. What's next? Let's move on. I'm a bit
I
creeped
feel,
out.
I feel dirty now.
As a Game of Thrones fan, I feel kind of dirty liking Game of Thrones now.
Well, they're getting the voice actors and like the original actors for the voices in this game, so at least that's something.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so finally on my list, and this isn't something for me, but I looked at it and I went, yeah, that's an ultimate gift thing, is the Pokemon Heritage Collection. This is all 9 seasons of the Pokemon show, plus the movies, in a 54 DVD disc set housed in a giant hand-painted Pokeball.
What's the retail on that?
$249.99.
I'm pulling it up now.
That's a bargain.
It is something. It's like you look at it and you go, "This is something for the ultimate Pokemon show
What the hell?
fan." Personally, I kind of stopped watching as a kid when Brock left, so I don't know what season that's in. It was just this happened.
Brock eventually comes back, I think.
Yeah, he comes back, then Misty leaves.
And they keep changing the female companion every season.
And then Ash kept changing costumes, and they kept adding more Pokemon. Excuse me, there's only 151 Pokemon, no more, no less. So, yeah, I thought, that's a pretty cool thing to have sitting on my shelf. That'd be pretty cool.
Because I will even say, I never got into the whole Pokemon thing. I don't really like it. I've never gotten it, but it is so incredibly impressive. Like, that is a beautiful box set. I can at least appreciate it.
My only complaint is that the DVDs are housed on the back of the set. It's not that you open it.
Mm-hmm.
If they opened it and they were sitting in there, that would be the...
That would seem like the smart way to do it. It's
Yeah.
just like, press the button and...
You said 54
I hate
DVDs. That's
a lot.
huge.
That reminds me because Power Rangers had a set that came out that was all like the head of the Red Rangers. It was very similar, kind of like in the back of the head or something like that one.
He'd go.
I did.
Oh, you did?
One of my favorite
Do you think I'm retarded?
DVD series
That's
cases,
weird.
though, while
I don't
Steven's
know. I'm
trying
just
to
doing the
find it.
things I do.
Yeah, I know. It's
So anyway, they're looking for it. One of my favorite DVD releases is Scooby-Doo Where Are You? Came out the entire original series
Oh, wow.
in the Mystery Machine.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah. And it rolled, like the wheels on it worked.
That's a cartoon series I don't love in a packaging that I like.
Yeah, the back of the Mystery Machine, like the top of it kind of flips open and all the DVDs are
Hey,
in there,
Zach,
like a phone.
where did you see this? Did you see it on Amazon?
No, it's on Amazon. It's on
That's fun.
a separate... I sent you the email with links and everything.
Well, I'm trying to do this on the fly.
Okay,
Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm not interested anymore.
No.
okay.
Wow.
I was never interested.
It's taking too long. I'm tired.
I changed my watch face.
All right, so who's next?
I don't know. Dwayne? Go.
Okay.
Around the
Let's see.
table.
So I tried to put something on my list that's from each one of my geeky interests, and I'll start with board games. One of the most popular board games that you can find among hobby gamers is Puerto Rico, which is a fantastic little strategy game where you're shipping goods. Takes a little while to play, a little complicated, so they made a card game board version called San Juan, which is simpler.
So, wait. Are we talking about Puerto Rico or are we talking about San Juan?
We're talking about San Juan, second edition.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey, there was a whole story behind this that he had.
Continue. I'm just
So,
trying to get the right picture.
So San Juan Second Edition has come out. It
That's
is
spelled wrong.
the original San Juan with a few buildings, with the buildings from an expansion and an all-new building for your government happiness.
Well, we are hardcore gamers here. I want to bring up the picture. Just is that me or is that you?
That's me.
That's
I
you.
apologize.
You have games going? Are we bothering you? I'm just saying.
I just.
There's a game. If you're watching the video, there's a card game.
What I like about San Juan and its big daddy Puerto Rico is it presents you with rules and then it says, all right, this is the structure of the game, but now you can play cards that are going to bend those rules. So if you can only say typically you can only build one building and you have to pay for it with a certain amount. Well, if you take this card, maybe you get a discount on a certain kind of building. So I like that style of gameplay. Go.
Well, I was just going to say the one thing that's I think the most difficult for mainstream gamers is to get past some of the themes. Sometimes, of course, I like the Bang card game. That's the Old West and that kind of thing. But if you get past it and you look at the mechanic, I think anybody could enjoy these games. They just not get so focused on the cartoon picture that's on the card and actually look at the gameplay.
It's
But
interesting.
that's where you find the innovative games is in stuff like this.
It's interesting you should bring up Bang because I think Bang is a great game. And the theme is a little more universally appreciative than, say, like trying to settle 17th century island.
Right.
But they've taken Bang and they have applied different licenses to it. I think I've
Walking
seen
Dead.
There's a Walking Dead and maybe a Halo Bang as well.
There are.
And
We saw those at Wizard World this year.
yes, that's becoming more and more popular in this hobby board game. There's now a Munchkin that's Adventure Time has the Adventure Time license.
I actually really want to try that one.
I want a Lethal Weapon Bang.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Whatever you want.
I want to be Murtaugh.
I want a diplomatic immunity card.
Yeah. Then I'm Murtaugh. I get that revolt card.
No, that was it. It's like diplomatic immunity is impervious to being shot by anyone except Murtaugh.
You have the standing on plastic card.
I don't think we even need. I don't even think this needs Bang to be put on top of Bang. I think we just need a lethal weapon
Kickstarter. Let's do it.
Oh,
we
but
design it.
But we do it so we don't have to pay the license. We do it with the characters from the Always Sunny remake.
Awesome.
All right, so that was my second selection is Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U. I wish I could tell you why this game is on my list. I don't understand the game. I have played every iteration of this game. I don't understand how to play it. I just run around the screen. I smack the hell out of my son a little bit.
I think that's how you play it.
And we have a damn good time.
We're gonna say you smash it.
Or you smash him. That's true too. I do have to say my one regret is that since we have this on the Wii U and on the GameCube we had Super Smash Brothers Melee. I wish they had done Super Smash Brothers Ulay, but that's just me. It's a better written joke.
The problem. The one problem that I do have is that it's like you had original and then Melee and then Brawl, and this is for the Wii U.
And for 3DS.
The naming convention sucks.
I've kind of lost my interest in Nintendo a lot because I feel like they kind of failed me with the Wii, which I only ever used for workout games. But there's no denying Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart are the ultimate party games.
And both iterations in this, both current iterations are fantastic.
The thing is, the Wii succeeded outside of being a gamer console. Mm-hmm. It was huge. I mean, they had nursing homes.
It was ridiculously huge. Yeah. But it was ridiculously huge for the little sports games that all the older people play, the bowling, stuff like that. And then the workout games, people played the crap out of those.
Man, if you never played WarioWare on the Wii, you missed one of the greatest party games ever.
Well, that's it.
So
and that gets to the point.
Fun.
They always had the best party games.
Well, that's the thing. That's what the Wii U is a party game, with the exception of maybe Bayonetta 2, which came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that I really want to sit down and play on the Wii.
One of the things I really like about this iteration of Smash is that with Brawl, it seemed like Nintendo tried to turn away from the tournament aspect of gameplay. They didn't like the idea of people playing Smash Brothers in tournaments. Whereas in this iteration, they balance the characters a lot better. But more importantly, they've allowed all stages, or at least a lot of stages, to have tournament versions of them.
Nice.
Basically, like flat Final Destination versions of like the Hyrule Temple stage, which is very simplified, but it seems like they're embracing that concept more. And one of the most ridiculous things to do in the new iteration is 8-player combat. And 8 people on the same screen is ridiculous. And depending on there's a I think a Kirby level that's like ridiculously huge in scope, and it works if there are a couple of you because the camera will zoom in and watch you guys fight. But if you have 8 people on the screen playing they do. And the amiibos are also really cool. Have you got any of the amiibos to try it out with?
No, I neither have the game nor the amiibos. But I want the Wii Fit Trainer amiibo just because it's so ridiculous.
I got to play my friend's copy over the weekend, and it was a lot of fun. I really
Let's continue.
All right. Next up, Erlenmeyer shot glasses. Why? Because they are shot glasses shaped like Erlenmeyer flats.
Like who?
Like Erlenmeyer flats, like from chemistry lab. Yeah. Little bitty Erlenmeyer.
That's fun.
I don't know what I'm searching
love
for.
it.
So
I love that
just
so
fall
much.
over?
let's do science. What?
Will they just fall over?
No, you've turned it in the wrong way. I think.
Oh, okay.
You should probably turn those. Where you want it to hold the liquid.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of test tubes. Not flasks.
It's an issue.
Oh my gosh, I want those. Those are awesome.
Those are very fun.
Okay.
And the
Get
Shatterproof.
drunk.
I approve.
Get drunk for science.
We can put alcohol
Get
in.
drunk for science. Science, bitch.
Yeah.
Fortunately, December 2nd brings us the release of Simpsons season 17 on Blu-ray.
Simpsons
I
season
couldn't tell you
17.
one single episode that's in this season, but it has to be part of it.
I was gonna say,
I'm
did you
too
have a
far
spot
invested.
in like every holiday list? It's gonna be the Simpsons.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm too far invested in the series to give up on it now. And it's completely ridiculous that I even want anybody to spend money on this for me or spend money on myself, because I have these episodes at my leisure on the Simpsons World app. I could right now, during the show, which I might do, depending on what Nico's list is, go ahead and start watching. But anyway, I've got to have the box.
Or for the cover, there's a Sideshow Bob episode.
Sideshow
right?
Bob,
And it's
yeah.
also the Sideshow Bob set, which is nice.
I started collecting those, but it just got to be overwhelming. There's so many.
There's
You
so
need
many.
a spare bedroom.
Fortunately, the release schedule is very slow. They do maybe 2 a year, so it's very doable. And what
Unfortunately,
really,
they only do one season a year, so they're gonna catch up.
what makes them what makes them a necessity is the commentaries on them, because the commentaries are excellent.
Yeah.
Matt Groening is on most of the commentaries. They
I
usually
just
have one or
wish-
two of the stars and one of the writers of the episode.
I wish they would do better about other bonus features. The commentaries are usually pretty entertaining.
You know what?
But-
Though, depending on the season, there are some pretty good bonus features. I mean, you get Simpsons commercials. You get any. I know they had a whole thing about the Who Shot Mr. Burns contest when that season happened. So it's not like you're just getting the commentaries. There are usually some pretty worthwhile bonuses that are about where the series was at the time that season came out.
Well, there's some new stuff happening with that Simpsons World app too. They're about to really start doing some more interesting things. Like, what did I see? There's
The
a
word
whole-
search.
Yeah, the word search.
Yeah, so
That's
let's say you
hilarious.
want every instance of when Homer says donuts. You put it in, and it's going to tell you every episode
Every
and
episode,
where it was
yeah.
in the episode.
It'll just be every episode.
Well, and in the press release, they said dope. Every time he goes dope like that, you
So
can
again,
find
every
it.
episode.
I'll tell you what, Homer saying dough is always funny, but what's even better is one of the other family members say it.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything better than Marge saying dough.
That could be a godsend for researchers.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so
Well-
too, because I know a lot of teachers who use The Simpsons to teach science and math, and there are so many fun things that you can look for.
Well,
in that
and that's
show.
a smart thing to make that app just more appealing, more fun to play with.
Mhm.
What's in this house we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
Yes, that's one of my favorite lines when she makes the perpetual motion machine. And one of the best things about that line is, what does Homer know about thermodynamics? That's the least likely character to say that,
Of course, he does work at a nuclear reactor.
which is also fun. There's so much great irony in that show.
That's true.
My final selection is, I felt a little bad because with it being the 30th anniversary of the Ghostbusters, I somehow made it all year without actually purchasing any Ghostbusters memorabilia, most notably the Ghostbusters Lego set. But
It's still in the Lego store.
Yeah, I know, but I already gave it to my brother, so it's kind of passe at
Wait,
this point.
didn't you get some of the donuts?
I ate a part of
Oh, yeah,
the donut,
okay.
but I did
But
not.
you-
It's not
Wait,
serious.
a part of one?
If I had,
He's
and if I
already
had
ate
found-
it and it's gone.
Let me talk about those donuts real quick. If they had looked as good as the promo shots did, I would have taken one and varnished it so I could have had it forever. They were tasty and they were fun, but looking at them, they were a disappointment compared to the promotional shots. So they released a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man edition vinyl record. It has 2 songs on it. It has the Ghostbusters theme and it has the Run DMC Ghostbusters rap.
Shut up, that's all we need.
It smells like marshmallows. The case is puffy. You open it up, and there are pictures of Marshmallow Man's romp through Manhattan inside of it. It is perfect. It is perfect. 2 songs, $60. Enjoy.
I don't
Yes.
care.
This
Just have it smell like
I don't have a
marshmallow.
turntable. I don't have any of that. This makes me want to get a
Well,
tube amp, and I don't even know what a tube amp
I
is.
just heard about a turntable that's.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw that
yeah.
too.
We got to get these.
We're all like working together.
We got to get these 2 kids together. I think that would be extremely.
There we go. There we go. I'm all for it.
This is not what was on your list, but it's like cool looking. It just came up on the Amazon.
What you got there?
But let me
We found a Stay Puft Pop, one of the pop figures.
Whoa! I just
Whoa!
Cool.
Oh no!
That's awesome.
Screen share just went infinite.
Whoa.
Whoa! It's still going in.
We just went plaid.
Alright. So that's not working out.
So,
And that's my gift guide, everybody. Jump on
This is
Kickstarter.
now.
Yeah, we're here. We're back. I saved
We'll
us.
go back to then.
When will then be now?
We can't go back.
Tomorrow.
I can't remember. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Only one man would give me
Soon.
That's true. All right. And
Damn it.
Nico.
I guess me. Okay. So my first item on my list, we did a review about it that you can find on the website, a video unboxing of the Dungeons and Dragons starter set. The new current iteration of Dungeons and Dragons, the 5th edition, just came out earlier this year. It's everything you need to play Dungeons and Dragons in a box,
except for friends.
except for friends. It's true.
Yeah, that's.
But
always a
it
problem.
comes with pre-made characters, an adventure, rule book, dice. All you need is a group of people around. It's easy to pick up and play as like a board game. It will take just about as long as Monopoly. So.
Well, that's it. They made it a lot easier to play with this set, right?
Yes, it's simple to play. Everything is there. If you ever wanted to try Dungeons and Dragons, just get a group together and get the box, and it will give you a good taste of what it is. And if you want
It's salty.
if you've played it before, but you want to try this new version, this is a good way to do it too.
It's salty with a hint of Satan.
Thank goodness
Taste
for
of
that.
their tears.
Delicious.
Just an ounce of regret.
Yeah, there's always that.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2 on the list. I think Zach will probably actually like this one. The Princess Mononoke Blu-ray just got released stateside.
But it's been released in Japan.
Stateside. So it's easy to pick up, even in stores.
In that terrible.
Oh my
Disney
God! Will
Ghibli
you
package.
shut up?
Tell him.
I need something I thought you might like, but no.
You still gotta
Oh
be
no!
a
Apparently I'm
douchebag.
wrong.
Tell him.
I love Princess
Know your
Mononoke.
place, Brody. Oh,
Oh wow!
they didn't have a script this
Holy
time.
crap! He just got.
That pillow had some weight.
Next time we need to make sure there's nothing near Catherine except a cement brick. It's all I had.
I love Princess Mononoke. I think it's. I don't think Hayao Miyazaki has done a film as good since then. I do like some. I do like some of his previous films a little bit more, but since Princess Mononoke, that was his last good one, in my opinion. The other one's been okay, but it's a fantastic movie. It's gorgeous animation. It's not very kiddie.
Don't bring your kids. Don't bring your 6-year-old kid to the screening and then have to carry them out crying. I'm told. God.
So if you're afraid about like a very saccharine, very childish movie, kind of like Ponyo was, it's not that at all.
See, I like that Catherine doesn't have a script right now, so Zach will actually shut up because he's scared. How about you?
But yeah, it's on Blu-ray, and it's a gorgeous movie, so I recommend getting it.
Sorry,
That
but kind of.
mostly the not. It's mostly the not.
It's true.
Next up on this is actually one of the 2 items I have 3 items actually on the list. It's the second of the 3 items that I have.
Yep.
Han Solo and Carbonite business card case.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's on ThinkGeek. So I don't know if you'll be able to find it on
I'm
Amazon.
looking.
But it's basically a metal business card case that's shaped like Han Solo frozen in carbonite.
It's there.
It's black. It's heavy. Let's see. I don't think it's the same one. No, it's not the same one. So the ThinkGeek one is the one I specifically used in my article. I know. And
that was pretty good.
it's actually spring loaded. If you press the buttons at the end, it shoots out the slot that the business cards are in. The only drawback is it doesn't hold a lot of cards, and if your cards are a little long, it won't hold them well, but it still holds them, and it's weighty. It's a heavy card holder, so you'll fill it in your pocket. But it's so cool. Anytime I've had to give out a business card over the past, I guess, half a year since I've had it. Anytime I pull it out, everyone just stops. Like, that is awesome. It'll get people talking more than your business card. It doesn't matter what the hell your business card looks like.
Which may be kind of counterproductive.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. This is just to get back to us talking
So it's
about.
the perfect gift for business rivals.
Yes. This is just to get us back about talking about the air fresheners.
That's exactly right. Can I get a bigger?
Oh,
That is it. Yes, it's on the website now. It's so nice.
Right,
It's
we have it in the handout
it's
there.
weighty. It feels so good. It's a great business card holder. The next item is a book, Ready Player One. Since we talked about how it got optioned for a movie earlier this year, I thought in case you want to read it.
And will that ever happen?
I'm less hopeful about it ever happening, but if it ever does happen, you want to read it and get all of the actual culture that's in the book without it being name changed
In case
for
it
licensing
doesn't
rights.
happen,
Anyway, read this book. If you're a fan of gaming culture of the 80s and 90s, or pop culture in general, or anything, this is a fantastic book.
You know, and if you're just a fan of good storytelling,
It's a great story. It's a very kind of weird, almost cyberpunk story about this culture that's integrated into virtual reality video games.
almost a post-cyberpunk.
Yeah, almost.
I love this book ever so much.
You can get the audiobook is narrated by Will Wheaton.
Who actually makes an appearance?
Yeah, who's actually in the
novel.
book. Yeah.
Brought up my email there for a second. Oops.
But it's such a fun book. I
It
definitely
really
recommend
is.
it. I actually gave it as a gift last year for someone.
It's one of my favorite recent books. That one, of course, The Martian.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And the last one I have is another Think Geek item. It's called the Backpack of Holding. Just decided if you need
Just
to
that name, the backpack of holding.
if you need to put all of the stuff I just had on the previous list in a bag, there you go. Think Geek has had previously a bag of holdings. They've been messenger bags, knapsacks. This one's a backpack. It's a brown canvas bag that's got a lot of different pouches and slots. It fits a lot of freaking crap, and it's a really nice bag. So that's pretty much why it's on the list.
All right,
That one is going on here. It's right now just $40, so it's pretty decent.
that's
deal for a
pretty
backpack.
cheap because it's a decent looking backpack.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up so the fans can see it here, or at least so Catherine and Zach can see it. And you should explain what that
The
means.
backpack of holding?
Yeah.
So bag of holding is a thing from Dungeons and Dragons. It's an item that holds more on the inside. It's like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the
The
inside.
TARDIS of bags.
Basically. And the whole concept is these bags are supposed to be deceptively small. They're deceptively large. There's more content in there, more space in there than it looks like they would typically be. You can unstrap some of the straps on it. It'll actually widen the bag out to fit more space. And it's got a D20, one of the main central Dungeons and Dragons dice emblemed on the bag as well. So it's definitely, if you're a big geek and you want a classy-ish looking backpack, it's
I don't know
definitely
any
the way
big
to go.
geeks.
You know who owned the original bag of holding? I think was it Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Good.
that cartoon that had the mouse that carried that bag? You know what I'm
No,
talking
you mean the cat?
Felix the Cat?
Felix the Cat.
No,
that's
that's
it.
true. Yeah, that goes back even further.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Felix the cat.
Yeah, pretty serious bag of holding there. Just saying. All right, I'm totally lost. I have so many windows open here. Keep
I think
talking.
we're on yours now. That's mine. My list is done.
You're up, Steven.
Holy crap!
That's actually a large bag.
It is
Yeah.
that's why it's a backpack of holding. All right, so let me get to my list here.
Of the three on my list, if you need more time, I have Ready Player One, the D&D starter set, and the business card holder. All three of those, I endorse anyone getting.
You endorse them?
Yes, that's why they're on the list.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to run down mine kind of quick because we're running a little bit long, but I will at least list them here. And of course, all of these you can see a little more in-depth information to and links to them on CultureSmash.tv. We've been releasing one a day, and we'll continue to do that till all of them are up. Catherine's is posted now, and so is Mike's. Zach's and
The best
Nico's are
first.
coming. Well, yeah, of course. Of course, you believe
Very
it.
true.
All right, so let me just bring up the little picture here, and
So
we'll
here's
start.
who will it be last then.
That's right.
Actually, Zach's would be last, I think.
it's true. Zach, if we were
My last time he posted December 26th.
of next year. All right, so my first choice is.
I did it for the side, and I felt satisfied.
It was quite rewarding.
It was.
Remember, I
You
still
got-
have a pillow. You don't want to say too much.
Oh, that's an interesting threat.
Stop making that weird sound. Why are you
What is
so
that
weird?
sound?
He's
He's
Are you
deflating.
deflating?
You're.
No, he's deflating the dog dog.
Oh, don't make me bring that picture back up, because I'll do it. Just
Oh,
saying.
terrible people. You should feel bad.
But I don't.
Should we?
No, not really.
No.
No, we're so terrible we don't feel bad.
It's true. It's true. All right, so here we go. First on my list is the lovely, amazing GoPro Hero 4.
Silver.
The silver. They have the black, and I think they have some colors too. But the GoPro is kind of the de facto action camera right now because this thing takes amazing video for the size and price. And it's really common as far as clipping on bikes and even on skateboards and that kind of thing. Drones.
Helmets. Yeah.
Anything that's like you need action video, and it takes a 12 megapixel picture also. I mean, it's if you're going to get something to do that kind of video, this is the only thing that you want to buy. And we shoot a lot of that kind of stuff, but there are some opportunities.
If we had one of these, we might.
We would find things. And next, I should have put a drone on my list too to partner with it.
Well,
But-
I almost put a drone on my list. I almost did because I thought, that's so
I'm
much
afraid
fun.
I'm afraid of what the law change is going to be about that. I'll have one and not get to fly it. All right, so the Hero 4. I'm not going to talk too much more about it because we need to solid forth. So then we have here the NVIDIA Shield Portable. This is I know Zach hates on it because he's a loser, but this is actually a fun little gadget here. It basically allows you to play any Android game and a lot of other PC games. Plus, if you have a PC that has an NVIDIA card in it, you can stream games and play in other places on your Wi-Fi network. It's got a 5-inch screen. It's got an NVIDIA Tegra video card in it and a built-in sort of Xbox-y looking to me kind of controller. It's all one-piece deal here. I've been thinking about it a lot because Sony's been showing those. What's the Sony phone? Anyway, they're promoting one of their phones as being able to stream PlayStation 4 games because it's like a kid sitting on a roof. If you got a roof and a Sony phone, then you can play your games. Well, you can do it with this too. It's cool. And actually, some of the Android games that are fun, I can't play with a touchscreen. I just have not been able to master it. I don't know what this will do for Words with Friends, though. Just saying.
Is this screen a touch screen? So you
It is a
can play
touchscreen.
Worlds?
It is a touchscreen, yeah. All right, so next on the list here, let me see what I brought up, is the Pressy. Do you know about this, Mike?
No.
The Pressy it's a button. It's for Android phones, and it is a button that you plug it into the audio input on your Android phone, and it's a programmable button. You can program it for whatever you want it to do. It's just cute and
I like
fun.
it. It's got a little holder for it that goes in your keyring. So when we're doing the podcast and I can't get the Google Hangout to shut
Plug it in.
up,
Yeah, just plug it in.
have it on my keyring, plug it in, and then
You said you could also program it.
But it does
so it's an
other
actual
stuff as
button.
well.
It is an actual button. Yeah, you can just click it, and you can program it to do any. Basically, it can activate anything that's on your Android phone. You can just go in and tell it what you want to do with a little app that comes with it.
Okay.
This is a great little stocking stuffer
is
for somebody who's a
interesting.
gadgety kind of guy, because it's only $29. Not cheap enough for Dirty Santa, but
Almost.
almost. It's almost there. It's
If
cute.
you like it, it's a really posh Dirty Santa.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's only Zach's kind of Dirty Santa. He does though. Pressies and blow-up dolls.
That's cool. I won't get the good gift this year. I was thinking about it, but nah.
He was actually going to get that, the button, but
Yeah.
not anymore, apparently.
Exactly. So we have the Fitbit Charge. This is perfect for. I love Fitbit. I have a Fitbit that clips onto your belt, and I'm constantly freaked out about it because if you do too much, like workout wise, you can pop it off your belt, and so I'm always checking for it. This is wearable on your wrist, and it monitors heart rate, it'll do calorie counts, all that stuff. Most of us nerds don't care about this sort of thing, but Catherine and I appreciate it.
But that is,
Right?
Yep.
if you are a nerd or a geek that cares anything about that, this is something. Being able to quantify it really takes it to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course it will talk to the iPad wirelessly, so it will do all sorts of stat tracking and that kind of thing if you really invest into it. It's cool. It's expensive. What's the price on this thing? Right, it's $129. But that's down. These things were $200, so it's down price wise. It's a cool gadget. All right, so now we're gonna wait.
It was only 4.
I lost one. I lost it.
Oh.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't want to say. It was on ThinkGeek. It was your fault. Because I had to go find your pictures. All right, fine. Read the article on Friday, and you'll have a surprise for my number 5.
Oh man, that's nice.
I know
It's anticlimactic.
it's a big letdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to.
Talk about only the tip.
Well, it was more than the tip. It was halfway.
You know what? It's still not the whole thing.
You know what? 2 of the things on my list are better than your entire list.
Oh wow, that was rude and true.
All right, we need to wrap up anyway. We've been going for quite a while, but this is sort of our like pre-Thanksgiving celebration. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Mike?
I'm going to eat a bunch of cold turkey and chocolate pie
Why's it got to be cold?
because it comes from Crossville.
Well, don't they heat it up in Crossville?
Yeah, but by the time it gets to Rickman, it's usually cold.
You heat it up. And
Now I say that it's been better over the last couple of years.
Don't they have microwaves in Rickman?
You can't microwave turkey.
I know.
You could throw it in an oven.
You could throw it in there.
And then you get all dried out. I'd rather have moist.
Just
No, not if you cover
put
it
some
with
water
foil.
on it and put some
Cover it with
foil.
foil, and it'll be fine. It'll probably be
Then
more.
you'd have to wait. We're waiting for it to get.
Okay, now we get to the point. He doesn't want to wait.
Why don't you just go there to eat turkey in the first place?
Because Uncle Jim's house isn't in Crossville.
Well, why don't you tell Uncle Jim to suck it? We're all going. Never mind.
He's over 70. He's like 2 foot taller than me. He can still kick my ass. You tell Uncle Jim to suck it.
I don't care. I'm gonna get my pecan turkey.
That's right. I want my turkey hot and fresh. Nico, what are you doing?
I'll tell him to suck it. Where's the keyboard?
You want to suck it?
I'm going to 2 Thanksgiving dinners tomorrow.
There you go. That's
None
how
of
you
them are
do it.
particularly at dinner time. There are like one's at 1 and one's at 3, and I'm like,
Why isn't Thanksgiving breakfast ever taken off the way?
You know, that's what it's. We never. I've
Turkey
actually
bacon,
we never
turkey-
have Thanksgiving. It's always more like Thanksgiving lunch, really.
yeah.
We have Thanksgiving brunch because at the Holder house, we start drinking when we get up. Drink with our breakfast, drink with the parade.
You guys are
take a
crazy,
nap
though.
and drink, wake up and drink, have
Do some turkey
Thanksgiving
whiskey.
and drink, and then we watch movies and then eat our leftovers and drink.
Okay. That sounds like
Did
fun.
I just come over to your house tomorrow?
Yeah.
Come over.
Yeah, we want
More the merrier. We're gonna have way too much food.
You know what? I bet they might have warm turkey.
I bet they'll have warm turkey
Yeah, we
also.
will.
Or
I
they'll
love
have
my
warm
extended
turkey.
family, but just a day of drinking sounds pretty good.
Pretty good.
Day drinking is best ever.
Okay, so fine. If you go to ThinkGeek and you look up Ninja Training Gear, you'll see what's on my number.
Uh-oh.
Teaser. There you go.
Ninja Training Gear. Nico, what are you doing?
I just said it.
I mean, Dwayne, what are you doing?
For Thanksgiving, hanging out at the house, bringing me a list of stuff that I need to complete before the family comes over for Thanksgiving dinner. I was like,
That's probably not going to happen.
some of it wasn't even related to the dinner. I was like, let's focus our efforts here. Let's knock out the things that have to be done by dinner time, and things like put up Christmas lights can be done after Thanksgiving with Christmas season, preferably on Christmas Eve. But
Yeah. All right. So is Brooks cooking?
I don't know.
Okay. Zach, what are you doing?
We'll find that out later.
Is Mama cooking?
I like to keep it a
Yeah, my
surprise.
family's cooking, and I'm supposed to help out. I don't want to get up in the morning.
I'm gonna call you, wake you up.
I like my sleep.
Go bang on his door.
Other than that, I'm probably the only one in the family going to Black Friday.
Ugh.
Yeah, only okay. Best Buy has a sale for How to Train Your Dragon 2 for $10. I'm giving that.
You're going for
You know,
Yourself.
Black Friday actually starts on Black Thursday now. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, it's Black Friday,
What
I
is
got
what
me
is
glass.
Best Buy doing? Do you know when they open?
like 8 p.m.
Nah.
No, thank you.
They have I think they have a $199 55-inch TV or something, and I was like,
Walmart had 215, I think, for a Vizio 40-inch TV.
Amazon's supposed to have
And
it.
they had a thing where that Walmart's doing this year, which is smart. If you're going to do this, if you come between these hours and you get your ticket between those hours, you are guaranteed it. It's not this big fight.
Amazon's.
Wait a second for this. You guys want to hear what I just got?
I wish I
What
could see
my
it.
mother procured?
What's the syphilis?
Shut up! We're talking about my mother.
Wow.
Your mom gave you syphilis? Ew.
Wow! Merry Christmas.
$115 for a 40-inch flat screen. But get this, on the outside, it's camo print. Camo print on the stand, camo print on the
Why we're so
remote.
cheap.
America. More excited.
That's probably why.
That is what it is.
And where
she
did
came
this
home
come
and-
from?
What was that?
Where did it come from?
This was from Walmart, and like, cause I was sick this weekend, and she was like, you gotta get to Walmart. I was like, Ma, I can't. I'm just gonna have to let this go by. She's like, no, I have to get this for you, cause it is her 6th sense. It is her like, I don't know, God-given gift, and it is also her like vice is bargain shopping. And so she went in there and she made friends with everyone in there to make sure that I got one of these 40-inch camo flat screens for $115.
That's spectacular.
Wow.
So is
Really
it
is.
Digipack or Realtree or
What was that?
is the camouflage Digipack or Realtree or
Mike, of course, is
Realtree.
Jungle or
Like,
So
it-
what's
it's
the
like-
brand of TV? That's what I'm curious about.
Duck
What is it,
Dynasty.
Vizio?
Duck Dynasty? Yeah.
I bet it is. I bet it's like
The signature
I
series.
thought that's what it was, but I mean, it has no Duck Dynasty stuff on it. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get why they made this. But and
just don't
everybody's,
drop it in the woods.
well,
Yeah, yeah,
well, if
then
I
you're
lose
screwed.
my remote, now I have an excuse.
That's true. That's
Supposedly Amazon is having a really good TV sale for like 55 for
Amazon
$200.
is really the place to do cyber shopping, Black Friday shopping. Do
The problem I have with Amazon is if it's like one of their lightning deals and it's gone, I'm like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
But probably what will happen.
So my grandmother is doing this weird thing now where I thought for a minute, okay, she's cracked. Her mind is finally cracked because like 3 weeks ago she cooked Thanksgiving dinner. And then I went up there this past Saturday for lunch and she had cooked Christmas dinner. And I was like, well, what's going on? She's like, oh, honey, I don't think I'll feel like it when the holidays roll around, so I'm just doing it now.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference is now in 4 days later or 5 days later, whenever it was. But everything is downhill for me now. I'm going to my sister's tomorrow, and it's just not going to be the same.
Yeah.
So I text her, and I said, do you need me to come over a couple hours early? And she's like, oh, that's so awesome. You're so nice. She doesn't know I'm carrying 3 bags of laundry with me. Hidden bonus for me. So anyway, that's Thanksgiving. Everybody who is listening to us, have a great holiday. We will be back next week as always. And we'll have to talk about the epic money that Hunger Games made next week because it was.
Also talk about the film itself.
We will discuss the film itself because probably by then we'll have all.
And we all may have seen a certain trailer by then.
Yes.
I've got a movie to catch up on then.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
behind a film.
You should catch up. Those first 2 films are pretty great.
The second one, I think.
Of course
second
you
is
say,
really
man.
Just once again, I can't get there. Well, yeah, we're not gonna get into this.
We'll talk about this next week, Wednesday. Yeah. And you'll go with us anyway to see the Star Wars trailer.
If I can get
Free.
Catching Fire watched.
So I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That would solve that.
It is on Netflix.
Catching Fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that
I'd
solves
also,
that.
so we'll
I
do
would
it.
also, to anybody out there who hasn't seen the newest Hunger Games, do at least skim through Catching Fire if you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it, watch it. Because I haven't seen that film in well over a year, and I'm like, who are you again?
I might need to go back and watch the first one again then.
Yeah.
That was kind of part of the fun of it.
I didn't-
Who is this person?
No, I hate that.
Really have
I
that
really had that. I was
problem.
like, who are you?
Yeah, but
I
you-
last saw Catching Fire when it opened. And
Yeah.
I didn't really have
This
that
is
problem.
you, and that's
Through
him
it.
over there. Yeah. All right. So, Mikey, where to find you on the internet?
Excuse me.
Choking.
Yeah,
probably.
choking. The CultureSmash.tv and Google Plus. Just look for Clovis Chipwood, and that's pretty much it these days.
Nico?
You can find me at twitter.com/NicoScreen. You can also find me browsing IMDb, looking at Phil Tippett's page, who is the dinosaur supervisor on Jurassic Park, and oddly enough, the dinosaur supervisor on Jurassic World. I don't think they learned their lesson.
He had one job to supervise the dinosaurs.
There are dinosaurs in the kitchen.
Unbelievable.
All right, Dwight.
I've had enough internet these days. I don't want to get into everything that's going on the internet, but there's people's asses showing up, and I'm done.
Yeah,
No
actually,
more-
the noise on the internet the last couple days has been very bad.
No more internet for Dwayne.
Yeah, okay.
But when I get back on, you'll find me at Dr. Worm 75
And
everywhere.
CultureSmash.tv. You can find his
Oh, baby.
stuff coming up. Yes. Catherine?
You can find me putting things on Zach's mouth. That's really funny. I'm sorry. I'm still playing with this.
Wait, what?
You can
For
find
those who don't have the video, you probably should.
Oh, you're missing out.
I'm just saying.
This is too much fun. Okay, sorry. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all those wonderful places at Theron Music.
Nice. Zach?
You can find me on YouTube, Space Mountaineer 91. You can find me on Instagram. I think it's Master of the Research 91. You can find me on Snapchat, Psychonaut 91. And
What those big lips and fangs are made of?
you can find me on the internet, slowly becoming a lipstick vampire, and on Facebook.
Wait a second.
She's totally drawing his face in the video chat. She just put it.
Wait, is the lipstick vampire or vampire
What's
solely
the eyeball
attracted
you just put
to
there?
attractive vampires?
You can also find me next week constantly watching Samurai Cop.
I love it. Okay. Oh, what the hell happened to the main screen?
Apparently, I'm
Hey, I have bunny.
no Nico.
Wait, I have to move my head this way. Okay, now I have the bunny. Okay, so you can find me at.
Why isn't Dwayne getting anything?
Yeah, what's up? Dwayne needs some.
No.
So,
I'm trying to find out how.
Find me at.
They keep going back and forth between what drawing is on Mike and what drawing is on Dwayne. Oh, he's got
It
a
looks like-
feather.
What is that? I thought it was a pentagram on Mike for a second.
I think it's a pentagram crown.
Yeah, kind of. I like how perfectly the rabbit ears fit my head.
Yeah.
She totally nailed that. All right, so find me on Twitter at CultureSmash. You can also find CultureSmash TV on Facebook, on YouTube, on Google Plus, everywhere. So just do a search, join us. And if you are listening to the audio and you want to get into this ridiculousness, add us to your circles on Google Plus. Just add CultureSmash there, and we'll add you back, and you'll be invited to come and chat with us and get stupid. If you're listening on iTunes, like most of you, you could also try Stitcher Radio. We stream there every week, and you don't have to download the episode. So that's the end of the spiel. I'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you next
Bye,
week.
everybody. Wow.
It just keeps getting worse.
Oh, so easily.
I know.
That is hilarious. All right, you guys. Hector, Ada, I'm going to stop this.
Bye.
You guys have a nice Thanksgiving.
Bye, Ada.
Bye. Bye.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Thank
Hector.
you.
Grocery store.
I hate you because you're beating me at film ball.
Oh yeah, how are those numbers?